Officer Wayne Holben with the West Reading Police Department, and this is Canine Fox.
Joshua Faust, and this is Trooper.
My name is Charles Roca, and my dog is Canine Conto.
My name is Jason Laky. I work for the Salisbury Township Police Department, and my canine partner's name is Rocket.
My name is Steve. My last name is Kunigus, and this is my partner Atos.
Trying to raise awareness for the canine teams in the area and abroad. And I think by having people here, it shows them, what we do as police officers handling a canine and the work that really needs to be put into it to make it successful.
I think it not only benefits the canine as far as showing the skills that they're equipped with, but it also shows the public the abilities of these dogs. Because a lot of times you hear police canine, you're like, oh, what do they do? What are they about? And this event right here is a catalyst to achieve that, so the public can get an idea to see the hard work that we put into the canines.
Most places you have to train at least twice a month, and that's mandatory. But it doesn't stop there. A dog starts at A and you got to give him to Z. So that takes a lot of training, and a lot of the training is time off, either at home or when you're working. Every little bit helps, but it's an ongoing process. It's not really 1 or 2 days. It's all the time, because we usually say by the time the dog's ready to retire is when he's perfect. So it's always good to do training all the time.
So the bond is pretty cool. We work together 40 hours a week, and we're together 24 hours a day. So if I go on vacation, it feels kind of weird because he's not there. So the bond is a lot of fun. And again, when we're apart, I feel it's a strange feeling when he's not with you. So I kind of assume he feels the same way when he's not with me.
Living with the dog, it's kind of put to me when I first came on the canine unit long ago, was they're like a light switch. When they're home, they're like a regular family dog. They come around, they acclimate to being part of your pack, part of your family. They look to the canine handler as the alpha, and they're a regular dog when they're at home. We go to work, it's like the light switch goes on, and we put on his harness, his collar, his e-collar, and he knows, what, I'm ready to go to work, and he's excited because he knows it's going to be a day of usages, or just interacting with the public, doing a demonstration, going to a building, doing a building search, or providing officer safety on a scene.
It's great. It's like an extra protection, you could say. I mean, my wife loves it because it's like having a partner all the time, roaming around with me. And it's nice. It's a great asset to have for the departments. Makes certain things a lot easier, searching buildings. It goes a lot quicker, and I mean, they're amazing to work with.
Well, in West Reading, we have it's called the Penn Avenue Corridor, and I have him walking the corridor a lot of times, and people come up. It's a great tool to have for people to actually come up and talk to the police, because when they see a dog, they can relate to it. A lot of people are pet owners themselves, and they'll come up, ask about the dog. I'll let them pet them, and so it's a good experience with the public and the police to have a police canine.
Working with day to day, it's a great experience. I mean, you can't ask for a better partner. He's always there with you. There's a thing that you also learn as being a canine handler, that your own emotions pass down the lead. So however you're feeling, however your day is going, it passes down when you're working the dog. So if you're nervous, if your emotional state is high, it's going to pass down to the dog. If you come with a calm demeanor and you work with him every day, they venture to what you're doing, they acclimate to it, and they're also great when they work with the other officers around the shift. So in totality, it enhances the service that we as police officers deliver to the community.
Just recently we got a guy, he was wanted for escape, and we took him into custody, and the Atos ended up finding drugs, heroin inside the car. He also had a gun inside the car. And the guy told me later that the reason he didn't run from me was because he heard the dog barking in the background. So, I mean, that just happened a few weeks ago. So it's kind of fresh in my mind. But, you know, he's a deterrent a lot of the times. People are pretty quick to come to their senses when they hear him or see him. So it's really nice to have that.
The events that we usually run are obedience, agility, call-off event, which is bite work, fastest dog, which will obviously show the speed of the dog. And these events kind of coincide with what we do on our job, the importance of having your dog be obedient. When you're doing all of these events, you know, the dogs are super excited. So it just, I think by having what we do on the street, putting it on here at the event, maybe a little differently, but just goes to show you the dogs are under control. Their handlers are dealing with what they have to, kind of putting both together, being on the street and at the event, I think really helps them in the long run. So by having the event each year, we're raising money to replace any retiring canines or police departments that are looking to put on another canine team or start a new program. The funds raised at the event will be used for placing a dog. So we would be purchasing the dog for the department.
Leave it! Leave it! Leave it! Come on!